1 minute and 47 seconds. That's how long it takes me to get from my living room out to the studio, lights on, microphones hot, camera recording, and making a video. We're under 2 minutes because this setup isn't just dialed in to look pretty good. This is dialed in for maximum efficiency. And there are some things that I actually give up in order to accomplish that. So I'm gonna walk through a little bit about how I kind of built out this setup and how you can do the same, but you don't have to spend nearly as much money on all the toys that I have purchased. Okay, the first thing you need is good lighting, right? You need a key light. I have a nice Neewer studio light with a 36-inch softbox on it. This is app connectable, so I can just kind of turn it off and on as I choose. But at the end of the day, you don't need anything app connectable. You just need something that's plugged into a switch. So I went to Home Depot and got one of those $6 plug-em-a-dug socket things that has a little switch on the side. So the power cable that runs from my key light into the wall has switch capabilities. So when I come out here, I open the door, first thing I do, flip on that switch, my key light is good to go. All the lights on the, I'm pointing with the wrong hand, on the bookcase here, those lights are also on one switch that's located on the side of the bookcase. And then the sign is done with a remote, and that receiver is right beneath the desk here, so I can turn it off and on whenever I want to. So that's the beginning of my efficient setup. Open the door, quick switch for the key light, quick switch for the bookcase, sit down, turn on the sign with the remote control, and wake up my computer from sleep mode. Next is the camera. What are you looking at? You can use your phone. You can use the built-in webcam on your computer. You can use basically any professional, prosumer, leveled up, mirrorless DSLR camera almost anywhere these days. Pretty much all of the manufacturers have firmware that you can install on your computer that allow you to run a USB-C from your camera into your computer, and it's just gonna recognize it like a webcam. I use an HDMI capture card. My capture card's in the form of a board. It's the ATEM Mini Pro made by Blackmagic. I use that because it gives me the capability to run multiple cameras into it. It's a 4-camera switcher because I have a green screen right over there. So when I want to record on the green screen, I can actually show you, I can switch over to the other camera, and then app connected, I can turn on the lights that I have over there, and there you go. I'm shooting on the green screen. But just for this setup, no green screen required, I only need one camera. So if you're having trouble getting the firmware to work, pick up a capture card. I suggest the Elgato CamLink 4K. It's really good. I'll toss a link in here to it. But the CamLink 4K allows you to run an HDMI out of your camera into the CamLink, which will then USB-C or USB into your computer. And your computer will recognize that feed just like it's any other webcam that's connected to it. And you can use it on your Zoom calls and your Teams calls. And if you're a guest on a podcast or a live stream, or you're making videos like this, that video feed will get straight into your computer about as easy as you can imagine. And that's exactly what I do, because this is the same exact way that I show up whenever I have Zoom calls with people, discovery calls, sales calls, strategy sessions, coaching sessions, podcasts, all of that good stuff, same exact camera setup. And speaking of the camera, I'm using a Fujifilm XF10 with a 16mm f1.4 lens. That is overkill for the vast majority of you. I just like it because I have a case of gas, gear acquisition syndrome. And that is on a small pole. It's like a camera mount, not so much of a tripod, but it's a pole. It's about this tall. And I actually screwed it down into my desk for maximum stability. And then on the front of that camera is the Elgato Prompter, which has been a bit of a game changer for me. I love the prompter, not because I use it so much as a teleprompter for scripts. This is not a scripted video. I'm just talking to you. I use it as an external monitor. You run the USB-C into your computer, it shows up as an external monitor, and now I can drag my Zoom or my Teams window over to that external monitor, and I can actually be looking at the person that I'm talking to right into the eyes as I'm talking to them, and they can be looking at me. Before this prompter, I always had my Zooms and my live calls off to my monitor on the side. So I had to train myself how to have conversations through my peripheral vision. Not the most efficient thing in the world, doable, but not efficient, because I wanted to look through the camera because that's how I was looking into their eyes. But now they can be looking into mine too. I'd highly recommend the Elgato Prompter. Again, links to all this, I'm gonna toss it up. Camera of your choice, Elgato Prompter, phenomenal. Elgato CamLink, absolutely fantastic. And last, you're gonna need some quality audio, right? Now the mic that I'm talking into is a boom mic. You can see it right here. It is the Sennheiser MKH416. This is an expensive microphone. I love it. I just love the way that it sounds on my voice. It gives me all the depth and clarity that I could ever ask for, but it's just not necessary. And I don't even use this for calls. I only use this for recorded videos, because for live calls, live podcasts, stuff like that, it picks up too much room noise. For those types of things, I use this. This is an ElectroVoice RE20. This microphone costs about 40% of what that microphone does, and it gives you that kind of classic FM DJ sound. Here, we can switch over to it now. And now we're on the ElectroVoice RE20. You can hear the difference, big difference, but what you're not hearing is that if this was live with no post-processing, no editing, this picks up zero room noise. And you can't actually tell that I am in the corner of a unsound treated garage. In live calls, it makes a big difference. There's a little bit of echo, a little bit of vibrations, reverberations, all that fun stuff. And this is a much richer and deeper, again, kind of that FM radio DJ type of sound. It's cool. It's impressive. It's fantastic. I get it. When you switch back and forth between the two, a lot of people actually prefer this. I can't say that I do or don't prefer it. It's just different. Different microphones for different purposes. But you, switching back to the Sennheiser, you don't need anything like that. You need to spend maybe $100 to $200 on my favorite USB microphone, the Rode PodMic USB. And the reason that I like that USB microphone so much is because it has an XLR input if you ever wanted to run it into an audio interface and kind of upgrade your setup that way. That's what I'm using. I'm using the Rodecaster Pro 2 as an audio interface. But it also has a USB-C in the back of the thing. So you can run that straight into your computer with no interface necessary, no extra things sitting on your desk, no extra money spent, no extra anything like that. That is my efficient setup. A camera always locked off where I want it to be. A microphone, if not multiple, always within arm's reach. A couple of lights on accessible switches, a fancy sign on a remote control. Other than that, I actually record all of my video directly into QuickTime Player on my Mac. Believe it or not, that's all I'm using. I'm not recording to memory cards. I'm not taking these huge 4K or 8K video files and downsampling them and cropping in and doing all these fancy edits. That's not at all what I'm doing. I'm on a Mac. I love that machine. I open up QuickTime Player. I go to File, New Movie Recording. It pulls up a wonderful screen where you can monitor yourself so you can keep an eye on your video feed. And then you click the little down caret next to the record button, and it drops down to your quality settings, where you can pick your video source, your audio source, choose maximum quality. And because I'm running through this particular 4K capture, or not 4K, I'm running through this ATEM Mini, this capture card, all of this is in 1080p. I don't even record in 4K. I just don't find it necessary. The vast majority of things that I do, they're watched on screens this size, or a pad, or a laptop computer. You're not watching this stuff on your TV. If you are, that's a whole lot of my face, and I apologize. But that's the type of stuff that I build out for me to be as efficient as possible as my dog barks in the background. I'm sure you can hear that. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Anyways, good light, easily accessible switches. I record everything onto the computer. It saves directly to my desktop as soon as I hit stop record. And from here, because my lights are dialed in and my white balance I've experimented with to get the look that I want in camera, right? Or in computer, which is a little bit more accurate. Because I've dialed all of this in, the only real edits that I need to do is like cut out spots where I take a long pause or sneeze. It's really not that difficult. So there you are, from idea to recording in 1 minute and 47 seconds. Open a door, flip a switch, press a button, wake up a computer, turn on a camera, pull down a microphone, raise a slider on my audio interface, and hit record. It's that simple for me. It can be that simple for you. And if you dial in something like this, now you have the tools that you need to also make that your video call setup and get you looking a little bit better there. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I'm here for questions and answers. Again, I'm a gear junkie. I love all this stuff. Let me know what you need. We'll get you squared away.